How do California wildflowers depend on pollinators? Imagine walking through a vibrant California meadow bursting with colorful wildflowers. Did you know that these stunning blooms relying heavily on tiny creatures called pollinators to thrive? Pollinators like native bees, butterflies, moths, beetles, and hummingbirds play a vital role in helping wildflowers reproduce. They transfer pollen from one flower to another, which is essential for fertilization and seed production. Without pollinators, many wildflower species in California would struggle to produce seeds and sustain their populations. Wildflowers provide food for pollinators in the form of nectar and pollen. Nectar, which is rich in sugars and amino acids, gives pollinators energy to fly and forage. Pollen offers proteins that are necessary for the growth of bee larvae and other young pollinators. When pollinators visit flowers to collect these foods, they inadvertently carry pollen on their bodies from one flower to the next. This process, called cross-pollination, helps wildflowers increase their genetic diversity, making them more resilient to diseases and changing environmental conditions. California's native wildflowers are specially adapted to the state's soils and climate. Many wildflower species bloom at different times of the year, providing a continuous food source for pollinators. For example, in spring and early summer, poppies and lupines bloom, attracting bees and butterflies. Later in the season, California poppies and coreopsis come into bloom, supporting a new wave of pollinators. Planting a variety of wildflowers that bloom across the seasons encourages pollinators to stay active year-round. Many native pollinators depend on specific wildflower species for their survival. For instance, some native bees are specialized to gather pollen from certain flowers, and some butterfly species relying on particular wildflowers as host plants for their larvae. These close relationships mean that if wildflowers decline, pollinators can also suffer, which impacts the entire ecosystem. In areas like the Sierra Nevada or coastal California, wildflower and pollinator relationships shape the landscape. Wildflowers that share pollinators often bloom together, creating a colorful, interconnected community. Their floral traits, such as color, shape, and scent, have evolved to attract specific pollinators, ensuring successful reproduction. Supporting wildflower blooms throughout the year by planting native species helps keep pollinator populations healthy. When wildflowers grow in groups, pollinators can visit multiple flowers of the same species efficiently, increasing pollination success. Protecting and restoring wildflower habitats is essential for maintaining this natural dance between plants and pollinators, which keeps California's landscapes vibrant and full of life. In the end, wildflowers and pollinators depend on each other in a beautiful, ongoing partnership. Wildflowers provide essential food and habitat, while pollinators help them reproduce and flourish. This mutual relationship keeps California's natural wonders alive and thriving for everyone to enjoy.